The initial reason I called, however, was I really want to know how the split happened in Cypress.
It was my idea.
Can you tell me why?
Well, I was exhausted of trying to lead with people I butt heads with every day. Every decision. Well, first it started with every major decision needing a conversation, and every, decently big decision needing a conversation, and every minor decision needing a conversation, and depending on where I sneezed or where I farted or where I needed a conversation. I just got tired of the conversations. And at the same time, I realized that if it kept going that way, I would probably be dead by the end of the week, or they would have been dead. Would have killed each other.
So you decided to amicably split apart. To amicably split.
Well, when we first started Cypress way back in the day, I met a man named Jack Kettleman, and this man had a crew who I was very intrigued by. And during the time, his crew was small, our crew was small, but we were also kind of against, everybody in the city had these.
Are you talking about the lumber guy?
Yes, the lumber guy. They're very intriguing people. He had a good businessman. Same vibes. Okay, same vibes. But we also didn't want to be a one giant massive crew like at the time. The crew in the city was doing. They were becoming massive. So I thought, okay, instead of us just becoming, one crew, why don't you guys run North Cypress? Or we split up Cypress into two. You run the north, we run the south, and we just, have open borders. We work together, whatever. That way they could keep their leadership intact, and we could have kept ours. That plan fell apart with Jack Kettleman's sudden disappearance. His people also disappeared with him. Ended up poaching two of their members, one of the members, I can't remember, whatever. And then whatever. Cypress grew. We decided, f it. Every crew is becoming massive. Let's just do the same thing. So we started mass recruiting. It became this giant thing. And then obviously the purge happened, where we realized we became way too big, so then we purged, thinking it would solve problems, but it did not solve problems. It just made more.
The purge is the split.
The purge was before the split.
Aye.
So we purged, like we fucking mass purged in Cypress. I'm talking, we killed at least 11 motherfuckers, straight blooded them out.
Wait, this is so all of this was happening like while I knew you in Cypress. This was all going down.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, so let me break it down for you more, okay? Once Jack Kettleman disappeared, we decided to grow. So we started the Great Cypress Draft. All right, where we essentially placed a head for each Don. So there was 4 Dons, and then we had 4 captains under the Dons, and those captains were tasked to essentially build their own crews. So we had sub-crews within our massive crew, and we called it the Great Cypress Draft. So we asked every single one of them to formulate a list of people they would want into their fucking crews.
Were you successful in finding people to like run shit without you having to like hold their hands?
No, fuck yeah. Well, yes and no. After the draft happened, things were very successful. People were, we motivated the crews by top earners. The crews that earned the most would receive more, benefits others weren't, accessible to, better weaponry, vehicles, territory, this, that, and the third. And everything was tracked with fucking numbers. That's where Gigi comes in. She was, she was the numbers person. She was fantastic at it.
Yeah.
And after a while, our sub crews, started butting heads. Human nature, drama is inevitable. Drama started going fucking crazy. Motherfuckers started fucking hating each other. So we decided to start purging motherfuckers. Getting rid of people who were being mouthy, acting out, lashing out. Started with the 404, Martin's crew. Took half of them out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The point that you're in right now, how far away from like present time is this? Is this like 1 year ago? We're talking like already it's getting recent.
This is a long time ago.
Okay.
So then after the purge happened, We're like, great, we got rid of all the problematic people. Our problems are surely going to be gone. Turns out the problem was always at the top. Because it was 4 Dons, too many heads. I led in a very distinct way. Arush led in a very distinct way. And then Harry and Luciano kind of played, you know, with all due respect, they just played the fiddle, my man. Whatever benefited them, they, you know, or give them least problems, or if they didn't have to do much work, they would just go with the flow. So me and Arush, you know, one morning had a very bad, you know, crash out at each other, and everybody thought just Lang and Arush going at it again. But in that moment, I realized if it keeps going this way, I'm gonna have to kill my brothers. People I never thought I would look at as an enemy, I slowly started to view as an enemy. So in order to save that, I thought, well, what about that one plan that we have with Jack Killerman? Why don't I just do that? I just moved to the north. I handpick a few people that I don't think is, you know, necessary to the south, that wouldn't allow them to crumble. You know, people they thought wasn't integral to the machine there. And I just rebuild in the north. So I handpicked a few, asked if they wanted to come along. They were in. Told the Dons about it. They were very angry at first, but after a few days, they kind of come to, you know, the same realization I did.
Was there any blood spilled?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it gets worse, brother.
Wait, is it getting worse?
Oh, yeah, it gets worse.
This all happening, like, while we just living? Like, all this is happening while I've been around?
Yeah. And this is the fast version of the story, too, mind you. So during this split, True Colors also came to light, and one of our captains went rogue, and well, she came to my side thinking that this split was with malicious intent, thus showing me that she wanted to kill the Southern Dons. So then I told the Southern Dons about it, and then she went into hiding. I think they eventually found her and killed her. One of our members damn near assassinated me, came out of nowhere. I was very offended that I split the North and South and tried to kill me. During this time, the Southern Dons at the time were very upset and started painting all these crazy narratives about Lang being this big bad man. But like I said, after a few days, they came, you know, to realization that, you know what, I kind of like Lang not being in my ear. This is a good thing. And you know, things were good for a little bit. Started building and whatnot, and that's when Larry and Bubbles drama came in within the North, which led me to be on house arrest, which led me, you know, all the shit that happened there.
What? That you were in house arrest? Because... So the people you clipped were part of the crew that came with you to the north?
No. So the people once you're blotted out, you're gone. The people I took were the crew remaining from the crew that we clipped, but the ones that showed loyalty and decided to stay. So I said, you know what? I'll fucking take these guys under my wing. They've been through a lot. They watched all their friends get killed, and they're still here. There has to be some loyalty there. So I chose them. Come to find out that, you know, I was wrong. And in light of that, I tested them to see, you know, whether they would listen to me even if it meant them dying. And in reality, I never really planned on killing them. I just wanted to see how far I could push it before their loyalty breaks. And, you know, to my surprise, their loyalty broke within an instant.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, so then I took out my fucking gun and I put a bullet in both their heads, and Larry Knox and Renato Ortiz.
And you did it because when your life was on the line, you felt they didn't give a fuck.
No, I did it because when I called them down there to come meet their maker, they refused. And then eventually they came, and get this, okay? Eventually they came around to coming to meet me down at the butchery. And the butchery is a very symbolistic place because that is where we've done all the blood outs. Or most of them anyways. So they kind of understood the implication of that. And I intentionally chose this place to see if they would listen to me, if they would be loyal enough to come down, even if it meant them dying. Eventually they came around to coming down. And Larry, I guess, some divine intervention. I don't think he realized that he, by mistake, texted me the radio channel that they were on. And at the time, I forgot, I think it might have been CJ or somebody heard them talking about, or heard them telling people to get on the radio channel. To our surprise, all the people on the fucking radio channel was, the traitors that we blooded out. So when they came down there, they had no idea that I knew, obviously, right? So I tried having a conversation. I told them to hand over their phones. They refused, and shit started getting heated. They were playing dumb. I asked them, okay, so who's on the radio right now? And they're like, oh, what radio? I'm like, who's the fuck is on the radio? Why don't you fucking tell me right now? I'm gonna give you one opportunity to be honest. It's okay. I get it. Tell me who the fuck is on the radio. They refused. So then I pull out my phone. I'm like, they're like, oh, I'm not on the radio. I'm like, are you sure? So what is this radio channel? And obviously I read the text message that Larry sent to me by accident. And at that moment, they really realized they fucked up.
So they were coming down there thinking but they were all in contact with each other, trying to figure out a way to get out if it came down to them being killed.
Yeah.
And so they were scheming, but you knew about the preemptive schemes that they were doing as preparatory before you arrived.
Exactly. So then at this point, I pull my gun. I told, I think I was telling Bubbles to speak on the radio just so I could see who was actually on it. They refused. They started getting mouthy. So I said, fuck this, fuck the both of you. I shot the both of them down. As that happened, all hell obviously broke loose outside. In that moment, I had a bit of a psychotic break. I thought to myself, this is the loop that I'm destined to be in. This constant cycle of betrayal and depression and darkness. And I called down the police department and I confessed to all the murders that I've caused out of guilt. Oh, and Ilya was a big part in that. He was dead. He was one of my best soldiers.
Why is that whole fucking thing? Why is that familiar, Ilya?
Ilya Kalishnikov, I sent him to be a sleeper agent in your crew.
Ilya Gomez!
If that was the last name he gave you, maybe, yeah, sure.
Pinche Gordon, amigo.
Yeah.
You sent Gordon to me.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Gordon?
He's dead.
I want to ask you something.
What?
Say you put a crew together, and you do everything for this crew. You break your back all day, you leverage all your connections, your experience, your life to elevate them. You then put some people in leadership position to back out just a little bit so you can handle some mayoral stuff, for example. Again, because there's a greater plan. Then, someone tried to assassinate you. You send them the word that someone has tried to assassinate the leader. And 1 hour passes and nobody in the gang does a shit. Instead, they all hang out and have a pool party. And when you finally come hobbling around asking what the fuck you all been doing, I told you they try assassinate me. All they have to do is make fun of the fact that you lost your leg. In front of the entire gang. And on top of that, they double down on it.
Okay, so what do you mean they? You're talking like 2 people? Like how many people do this?
Let's say the entire gang is present. You thinking in your head everyone is mobilized on the move, trying to scramble to find out who tried to assassinate their leader. Come to find out they're having pool party. And when you finally show up hobbling along, there is no urgency, no nothing. You realize they're just all hanging out. And 2 of the main leaders that you look to as the heirs to the throne that you building for them, they make fun of the fact that your leg is busted, and they double down in front of everyone.
Are you asking me what I would do in this scenario?
See, I'm truly asking you what you do.
If I had a fuck up situation and I pulled up to a setting where CJ Sab,
you told them that someone tried to assassinate you.
I told him somebody tried to kill me, Skipper, Jonah.
And it's been 1 hour and they're having a pool party and no one give a fuck.
And then I show up, I'm fucked up, and instead of worrying about what the fuck is going on, they double down on talking shit or whatever.
Like this. Oh, look at that. Which one is that his good leg?
Well, I guess it depends on two things. One, if my mindset was to, no matter what, I need the crew, and I need this crew to succeed, I would have killed the two that talk shit in front of everybody else.
What if they were your closest, like closest, and they did that?
I don't think you understand the people I've killed. You know who Larry Knox was to me? Known that man for years. We've been through hell and back together. Martin, he's Martin's brother. All right, think about your closest friend. Think about your closest brother that you can think of. All right, that is a relationship they had. Martin was the captain of this crew, and I had to kill his brother. Sometimes you just got to do the difficult thing, my man. And sometimes in the moment it feels like every decision I made in the moment I thought was a terrible one, but it turned out to be way better than I imagined. I don't know how I've been lucky recently, as of recent anyways, for that to turn out that way. But killing Larry and Bubbles, you know, as hard as it might be to say out loud, it was one of the best decisions I made. Because then it really allowed my crew to get closer, become a family, and really start figuring shit out. And that's when we came across Blarney's, you know, probably the most successful venture we had as a crew, and it was an unbelievable time.
No, I be fucking heavy with Yona because of it. I came very close to leaving, you know, after that incident. I lost complete faith in everyone. The worst thing that could have potentially happened to me, getting killed, and I saw, like, the reaction. I think, what the fuck am I doing all this for? I made some adjustments after,
I'm gonna have to go, guys.
But it seems like after that something changed.
My stomach is fucked, guys. I just not
only with me, but
right
I can sense there's a difference now amongst
all this
everyone.
energy in this conversation is killing me right now.
Because I also gave a similar task. I called them to a place, and I gave one of them the opportunity and an order, and they disobeyed it. To set right, you know, the mountain off. And it's just, I don't know, it's been a very strange time. I was thinking of you in the split, wondering why the split?
Maybe this is the calling, Edgar. We're about to say some crazy shit.
Calling for what?
Well, while all this is happening to you, everything falling apart around you, I got lost in the desert over 20 days. I've come back to nothing. I have nothing. Nobody. Cypress is in the gutter. It's crumbled.
Amigo, like, they have no idea what I was fucking, like, giving them everything, you know? Like, a fucking multi-million-dollar fucking gun business that I earned with sweat, blood, and tears with the fucking faceless. I will say their name out loud. I don't give a fuck. And on top of that, breaking my fucking back. I'm running for mayor, not for me, amigo, but to make a play against the bosses. And while I'm out fucking doing all of this, putting my life in jeopardy between a rock and a hard fucking place, someone tried to fucking kill me. I'm gonna be a cripple for the rest of my life. And I show up and I see for the first time the people that I'm slaving for, what they think about Edgar.
Damn.
To stand there and laugh like it's not a big deal. And if one hair was missing on any of these cocksuckers' heads, I like upturned the world for them.
Oh, RP is getting fucking spicy. I like this. And what are you gonna do about it?
I'm not sure. It was my little cousin, like, you know, it's my little cousin and my godfather, the two culprits.
That's why I rule with fear. You know that?
I try to, like, I give them like leadership positions. You praise these people and then they get comfortable and spoil, amigo, and they forget where it's coming from. And like the cost at which they have, that they have no idea, like what the blood and sweat that was paid for, they're like riches now. Everything I was building, I was gonna pass to them. And that's what I got, and I can't get it out of, and I know because my cousin is limping now.
What's your schedule like lately? You usually around these hours now?
See, look, while this is happening right here, everyone walking around blind with their eyes fucking closed.
Right now. I'm tanking.
It's not an accident they turning the city into a ghetto. Everything is dropping, amigo. You can, like, the food court is Soviet bread lines. Half the properties, they board it up, they close, you can't buy. It's all on purpose, lang. While that's happening, the values of everything is fucking dropping. And people coming and they're gobbling up this city.
What do you want to fucking do about that?
I'm making moves about it right now. But again, I ask myself, why I do this, amigo? I was about to die. And nobody in my fucking entire crew gave a shit. They were
Fuck
laughing
your crew.
at me.
Fuck your entire crew then. Let's build some new shit. How about that, huh? Fucking shake shit up. Fuck it. I'm always playing this game where you have to be on one side, I have to be on the other. The point is, what is the point of that? I'm saying maybe this all happened for a reason. Maybe it's a good thing this is happening. Fuck Cypress. Fuck the 3 Pas. Fuck all that bullshit.
And what do you propose?
I want to save that conversation for tomorrow because I am so fucking hungover. I might start throwing up all over the place right now.
Then I will talk to you tomorrow. You seem to be in good supplies to make your way out of the forest.
Yeah. Be around these hours tomorrow, please. Don't fucking disappear, Edgar. Fix that goddamn schedule.